Hey beauties, welcome to my channel. I'm a little upset, and it's because I filmed a tutorial. I filmed this makeup look for you all, and my camera decided in the middle of the tutorial that it was going to go into manual focus. So the whole thing, basically the whole thing, is blurry. You can't, I mean, you can see what I'm doing, but it's not crisp, which is a problem. So I'm gonna have to refilm it, which is fine. So it'll be up in the next couple of days, but I did want to get some content up today, so we're gonna be doing something else. This video is about hairstyles you can wear to sleep that will keep your hair from looking like mine. Oh my god, what is happening? That will keep your hair safe during the night. Because if you're anything like me, as you can see, I have curly hair. If you're anything like me, if you go to bed and you don't do something with your hair, put it up or do something with it, you'll wake up and it's like all the lint from the entire house and all the birds' nests from outside, everything will wind up in your hair in the morning. Promise. I don't know how, but curly hair just attracts everything. It just like grabs things out of the air. Gets, it grabs onto tree branches and then pulls, and with the little thorn thingies on it. Yeah, curly hair likes to grab onto stuff. So this video is going to be about wearing your hair when you go to sleep to keep your curls safe and intact so that it doesn't attract all the lint in the house, and then so you don't wake up and your dog is sleeping on your head. Maybe not that last one, but everything else, yes. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, give it a thumbs down. I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinion. If you don't like this video, give it a thumbs down. That is perfectly okay. I will not be upset. And make sure you subscribe to my channel because I do upload videos every single day. Clearly I have too much time on my hands, but that's okay. So make sure you subscribe, like or dislike, and let's jump into the video. So the first way to protect your hair while you're sleeping, actually, give me a minute, give me 1 second. This is my baby. This is my satin pillowcase. It is everything to me. I take this pillow with me everywhere. When I travel, okay, I made it. When I travel, when I'm sleeping over at somebody's house, I always bring that pillow with me because it is a satin, I'm talking way too fast. It is a satin pillowcase. That's not a hairstyle. No, it's not, but it's still very important. Satin pillowcases are smoother than regular pillowcases, which means your hair, when you're asleep, will just glide over it. Like butter, or like a baby's bottom. Like olive oil in a skillet. Maybe not that last one. Satin pillowcases also cause a lot less damage to your hair because there's less friction. Like with cotton pillowcases, the fabric can be really rough, and your hair will just, when you're tossing and turning or doing other things, I don't judge. When you're tossing and turning, will constantly rub up against the fabric, and that can cause damage to your hair, split ends, all kinds of stuff that you just don't want. So the best way to remedy this is to get you a satin pillowcase. Let's talk about the difference between satin and silk. On the one hand, we have satin. They pretty much do the same thing. Satin is just cheaper, which is why I have a satin pillowcase. However, silk, on the other hand, is a natural fiber, so I can understand wanting to use silk over satin. Satin is just cheaper, so it really depends on what your wallet looks like or what your preference is. You know, if you want to splurge on a silk pillowcase, do you. You go, girl. I support you. Next up on our list, number 2, is the satin bonnet. I personally do not wear a satin bonnet because I'm a WWE wrestler in my sleep and it won't stay on. So that's my that's my personal thing, but I know a lot of natural girls who prefer to use a satin bonnet instead of a satin pillowcase. I don't really think you need to use them both. You can if you want to, but if you have a satin bonnet, chances are you wouldn't need a satin pillowcase unless it does come off during the night if you're anything like me. So it could be an extra precaution, but not necessary by any means. If you are going to get a satin bonnet, I recommend that you get a quality bonnet. Some of them have elastic bands that go around your head and actually not grip like hard, but keeps it more secure, I guess. So I would definitely recommend going all out for one of those and not just picking one up from the 99-cent store. No shade on the 99-cent store or anything, but that's what I would recommend. So there's a few different ways you can actually sleep with the bonnet. Like, you can put your hair into the bonnet. You can put your hair in a bun on top of your head and then put the bonnet over it. You can just pile all your hair into the bonnet and just tug it on, make it nice and snug. You can twist your hair or braid your hair and then just put the braids in the bonnet and then take them out in the morning, have a nice little braid out. There's a lot of ways you can put your hair in a bonnet. Again, I don't use it, but I know a lot of people who do and they really like it. So the third way that you can sleep with your hair is to put it in a bun. Personally, this is the method that I use most often. Number 1, because I'm really lazy, and number 2, because my hair is so long. I don't really like to leave it like in a ponytail, or especially leave it down, just because it's so long. And I can't. I'll wake up and it'll be wrapped around my neck and I'll choke to death. Like, it's not a good look. That's not how I want to go out. That's not how I want to die. But then again, you really want to be careful with how you put your hair into a bun, because if you do it too tight, you risk loosening your curl pattern. If you do it too loose, you risk it coming out during the night, and then you'll wake up and your hair is all over the place. So I like to use bobby pins and like real loosely wrap it around my head and then just put a million bobby pins in it to keep it from coming loose, and that works pretty well for me. The reason why I think buns are the best way to sleep with your hair is, number 1, it will keep this middle part, the part that people see when your hair is down, it'll keep that from getting frizzy. Putting your hair in a bun keeps your ends. If you tuck them into the bun, it keeps your ends safe, and your ends are the most fragile part of your hair, so you really want to make sure that you're keeping them safe. Also, it's just easier to sleep. Like, if you have a bun at the very top of your head, you don't have to worry about, you know, oh, am I gonna be able to sleep or anything like that. But like, if you have like a side ponytail, or if you have like a bun on the side or on the back, it might be really difficult for you to find a sleeping position. If you have a bun on the top of your head, that's really not an issue. No. Y'all know what I'm gonna say next. The 4th method that you can use to sleep with your hair. Wow, that sounded really inappropriate. The 4th way you can sleep with your hair at night is the pineapple. And basically, a pineapple is just a very loose ponytail at the very top of your head. So many naturals wear their hair like this to sleep. I personally am not one of them. Is that an earthquake? The great thing about the pineapple method is that, again, it'll keep this middle part of your hair from getting frizzy. It'll also keep your curl pattern, because you're not putting all of your hair into like a bun or something. It's just this top part, and then the rest will be like free hanging down, which is why I recommend pairing a pineapple with either a satin bonnet or a satin pillowcase, because your hair will be loose throughout the night and you want to make sure it's not rubbing against like cotton or anything like that. If you have shorter hair, and if your hair is maybe a lot thicker, this will probably work really, really well for you. So I do recommend trying out the pineapple, because it's literally the holy grail for most curly haired people. Number 5 is the pineapple bun. And this, my friends, is probably the second one that I use most often. It's basically a pineapple, but instead of just leaving your hair down, like in the ponytail, I actually like, I'll just show you because it's kind of hard to explain. Wow. This is a regular pineapple. So it's just really loose, top of your head. I only put the, what's this thing called? The hair tie once. Very, very loose. And this is how you would sleep. You can see that my hair is very long and why this wouldn't work. So what I do instead is the pineapple bun. Pull it halfway through. This is the pineapple bun. This works a lot better for me because my hair isn't going all over the place, but I still get that looseness. I still keep my curl pattern, and everything is right with the world. Method number 6 is a French braid. For those of you who know how to French braid, you can do a single one down the side, like it comes around and the side. You can do one down your back. I like to do this when I want my curls to be looser for the next day. Like if I'm doing a curl former set and the curls are really tight, I'll put them into a braid and that will loosen them for the next day. And that's usually the only time I'll wear my hair in a braid to sleep, just because it does loosen my curls, and sometimes it's not the look that I'm going for. So it just depends, really. Keeping your hair in a braid does protect your ends, I will say that. But just keep in mind, it will alter your curl pattern ever so slightly depending on how tightly you braid. I personally cannot French braid. I don't have the fingers for it, I guess. So I like to do a French twist instead. I'll French twist it, and then I'll just regular braid it down the rest of my hair. That's what I choose to do because I'm incapable of French braiding. But for those of you who can actually French braid, this might be for you. The last method for sleeping to keep your curls intact, that sentence didn't make any sense, but you know what I was trying to say, is the 2-strand twist. Not twisting so much to get a curl pattern, just twisting to keep your hair safe while you sleep. I don't know why my brain just stopped working just now. So I like to just twist it really, really loosely, pull it over, and then bobby pin it to my head. Same thing on the other side. Twist, pull it over, bobby pin it to the top of my head. Boom, I'm done. I don't like to do more than 2 twists, just because at that point I feel like I'm about to do a twist out, and that's not what it is. I'm just trying to keep my curls safe at night. Just take it out in the morning. Your curls do have a little bit more volume because they're pinned up, and your ends will be protected. The only thing is, it does loosen up your curls a little, again, like I said with the French braid. So if you don't want to alter your curls much, I recommend doing the pineapple or the pineapple bun and pairing it with a satin pillowcase or a satin bonnet. If you don't care if your curls get a little bit looser, then you can probably get away with the French braid or the 2-strand twist. But it really depends on the look that you're going for the next day. So once you figure that out, you're pretty much good. Well guys, that is it for this video. I hope it was helpful to you. If it wasn't, let me know in the comments. If it was, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what you guys want to see, because I will try my hardest to give you what you want, because that's the whole point. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I do upload videos every single day. There will be a new video up tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I will get that tutorial refilmed and uploaded in the next few days, so watch out for that. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video. I wonder if this is what Jessica Rabbit felt like. Freaking out. Okay. Am I shaking? Ew, ew, ew. Oh, that was easy. Ah. Yes, queen, fix your crown, yeah. I'm so freaking weird. Who let me have a camera? Who let me do this?